The central region of Ghana is famed for its pristine coastal beach and pre-colonial forts and castles. This place, which extends along the coast west of Accra, is endowed with a rich historical background of slavery and modern Ghana. Today, I'm visiting Edina, as known by the inhabitants, but which has lost out to Elmina, a huge edifice built by the Portuguese in 1482. This fortress overlooking the town remains the irreplaceable souvenir of the first Portuguese navigators, an embodiment of the period of trade and commercial exchange between Europe and Africa. It was here that the Fantes first came into contact with the Europeans. Designated by the Portuguese as a landing post, it later became a trading point because of its riches. Elmina signifies the mine because of the immense natural riches, particularly gold. It was a transit for the shipping of slaves during the transatlantic trade. It was taken over by the Dutch and subsequently ceded to the British. Because of its contribution to world history, it was declared by the United Nations as a World Heritage Monument. The people of Edina are Fantes and mostly fishermen. Their lifestyle is greatly influenced by their early encounters with the Portuguese, the Dutch, and the British, and I'm on a quest to discover how their culinary has evolved.
Hello there. Today I'm in Elmina in the central region of Ghana. Elmina is just a short distance west of Cape Coast, which is the capital of the central region. Okay, so Elmina happens to be yet another perfect example of Ghana's coastal fortifications because I'm in front of the Elmina Castle, which happens to be the oldest European building in existence in the tropics. But today I'm not here to explore the castle or the dungeons in there. It's the Onga Food Tour. It's brought to you by Onga, Mama's Helping Hand. You know me and my healthy appetite. I'm here to explore what the people of Elmina have in terms of traditional cuisine. Onga, Mama's Helping Hand. Lele. So we are still in Elmina. I'm just in front of the Elmina Castle, and I have a lady here, Mami Efia. Mami Efia is an inhabitant of Elmina, and she's teaching us a thing or two about traditional cuisine indigenous to the people of Elmina. Mami Efia, you're welcome to the Onga Food Tour.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so what are you teaching us about your traditional cuisine here in Elmina?
We are doing two dishes. We are doing Fante Fante, which here they call it apofanto.
Apofanto.
Yes, with gari. And then we are doing apoprensan.
All right.
And crab.
All right, so let's start with the Fante Fante then. But you say you are doing yours with gari.
Yes.
What I know is that Fante Fante is with banku. It's just banku and some tomato sauce.
Yes.
But you are using gari.
Gari.
That's how different the people of Elmina do.
Yes.
Okay, do that.
Because of the nature of their work.
Okay.
Yes.
Which is what? Fishing?
Which is fishing.
Okay.
Mainly the people here are all fisher folk.
Okay.
So they need food that can sustain them, that can give them energy.
So food that will take a while to digest. All
right.
So okay. Yes. All right, so let's start. So let's in terms of ingredients,
we have
our onions.
We have
pepper,
we have garlic,
some tomatoes,
tomatoes. Yeah.
Okay. So, and of course our onga. And Onga is Mama's helping hand. Onga gives taste. And
I love the classics so much.
Okay, you do.
That's what I use.
All right, perfect. So we start by grinding the pepper. And I see you have the kwakpo and then the red one.
Yeah, the kwakpo is to give it a taste.
Some taste.
Yeah.
And then the red one is always for color. Yeah, yeah, I've been learning a lot on the Onga Food Tour. All right, so this is cooking made simple. No blenders, no electric cookers, It's all manual, but it's made simple, really, really easy, okay? And
it's
so you're
very
chopping
tasty.
your onions
Yeah.
to grind.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mami Efia, what you do?
I'm a caterer.
Okay, are you? Oh, then I'm in
Yes.
safe hands.
Yes.
Great.
So I cook for people.
Okay. Yeah.
Some others and all that.
Okay, from,
Yeah.
all right.
From banks.
Oh, you're a rich woman.
Um,
All right, so, ebe miau sim,
yes, no, ma'am, why fast?
Why fast? So for how long have you been living here?
Oh, for the past, I think 19 years.
Wow.
I've been living
Okay,
here.
you've been living here
Yeah.
in Elmina. All right. So is the apple fanto a festive dish? Is it prepared only on festive
No.
occasions, or is it an everyday?
It's every day.
Okay, it's an everyday
Yeah,
thing.
yes.
Right. I don't see any oil here. Aren't you using any palm oil?
No, this is different from the normal Fante Fante.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't add any oil at all.
So in apple fanto, there's no oil.
There's no oil.
Okay. All right.
Just the tomatoes and the fish.
Okay.
And it's very delicious.
Yeah, and healthy,
Very
and obviously very
yes.
healthy. Yes. Very healthy.
You get some minerals, some
Yes, all those
yeah, all
nutrients.
those things inside.
Okay. So we are done. You're pouring in some water.
Yeah, some water.
Okay. All right. So that's
today.
tomatoes, pepper,
Tomato,
onions.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
So wait.
All right.
How about
Aha, fresh fish.
Yes.
All right. So I noticed you're using red fish.
Yes.
Can we use any other type
We
of
can
fish?
use any other type
Okay.
of fish.
All right.
But mainly we use red fish.
You use
over
red
here.
fish. Okay. And it's very healthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And very nutritious.
Okay. And since you live very close to the Elmina Castle, I'm sure you've already had a tour of the castle.
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
I have been there too, but
About
I'd like
3
you to.
times.
Oh, about 3 times.
Yes.
I've been there twice. It's amazing what you see inside there.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So we are cutting our fresh fish.
So I can wash it.
Wash it. Do we wash it with salt?
Yeah, with salt
Okay.
and water. I have my sea salt here.
Okay.
So
Oh,
I'm
this is
washing it.
seawater you're
Sea
using.
water, yes,
Okay,
sea
because
water.
well, that's what the fishermen use when
Yes.
they're at sea. That's right. So you wash with seawater.
Sea water.
But of course, if you're not living along
no,
the
no,
coast,
no,
you can just use
the
your brine,
normal
salt, and water.
and
Yeah.
then water, yeah, and salt. Yeah. That's it. So I think so. No problem. Well,
Okay.
yeah.
I noticed you haven't
Yeah.
added any seasoning yet. At what point will you
Yes.
add this? Oh, now you will.
Yeah.
Okay. And since the Onga
My
Classic is your
Onga.
favorite,
Yes.
remember Onga is good for taste and for aroma. Okay, so about,
Yeah.
okay.
And then
So what's that, your ginger?
my ginger.
Your ginger and your
Yeah.
garlic. All right, believe it or not, it's the Onga food tour, and we are right in front of the Elmina Castle. And Mami Efia here is showing us something about the traditional cuisine of the people of Elmina. We are doing Fante Fante. There's no oil in this.
No oil.
What could be healthier than this?
No oil. So, should simmer for
Okay,
a
we
while.
need to simmer for some time.
Then we come to our gari.
Okay.
Where
Now, here in Elmina, your Fante Fante is the tomato sauce with your gari.
with the gari.
Okay, it's not banku.
Yes.
All right.
It's a building food.
Okay, all right. It's for bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a bowl of water,
A bowl of
and then we
water,
put in the
then we
gari.
just put in the gari.
Okay, I see. It's not advisable to have the bowl of gari first and then pour the water on.
Oh, you can do it.
You can do that
Yeah.
too. Okay, I see. And so let's see the proportion of water to gari. When you put in the gari, you should still have some amount of water.
Yeah, some water.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's that simple. It smells good. Can I just taste?
Yes.
Okay.
You can have a taste.
Onga is mama's helping hand. What can I say? Okay, let me just wait for it to be ready. Let me not be too greedy.
Okay.
But it really is fast because this fish doesn't take too long to cook.
No.
And I see some amount of oil in there,
Yes.
which is from the fish.
From the fish, yes.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so we leave to cover. We cover to simmer. There's also a fort behind us. We are in front of the Elmina Castle, but behind us is another fort.
Yes,
That'll be a Fort St. Jago, right?
Jago, yeah.
Okay, can you tell us about that?
St. Jago Fort is built by the Portuguese, but
Okay.
taken over by the Dutch.
Okay, all right, okay. I see. So how about we check on our gari?
Yes. Check on it.
Okay. Oh, and all the water is dried out.
This is
The
our
gari has soaked all the water.
Yes. So we give it just about 5 minutes.
Okay. So, Mommy, do we add salt?
You can add salt.
Okay.
If you want.
But you're choosing not to
Yeah,
add
not
salt.
To add salt because
Okay.
of the soup.
Okay.
The
There's
apple Fante.
there's a bit of
There's
salt
bit
in
of
that,
salt
yeah.
in that, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
Wow. So that's it.
That's
It's easy.
easy.
It really is easy.
Easy.
All right. So the kids are home. They're hungry. You really are not in the mood to cook because I know what that can be like. I mean, all you have to do is just chop in some pieces of fish. You know, make some veggies. Mix your gari and your water, and you're good to go.
Yeah,
It's healthy. It is. So we call this apofanto. Okay, so maybe we should check on our apofanto again. Oh, look at that. And it smells so good. And it's done already. I'm telling you, this is like real time, 10 minutes maximum. Wow. Wow. And healthy. No bit of oil in there. Okay. All right. So it's still the Onga Food Tour. Today we are in Elmina in the central region of Ghana. I'm in front of the Elmina Castle. Behind me, as you can see, is Fort St. Jago. And Mami Efia here is teaching us something about the traditional cuisine of the people of Elmina and Fanto. Or what? Or Fante Fante. I'm not a Fante, so pardon me. All right. We'll be back and then we can continue with the Pafanta, yes? Okay, we'll be back. Welcome back to the Onga Food Tour. Today we are in Elmina in the central region of Ghana. In front of me is the Elmina Castle and behind me Fort St. Jago, and we've been looking at some of the traditional cuisine indigenous to the people of Elmina. So before the break we saw Pafanto, that's Elmina Fante Fante style. It goes with gari. We'll not taste yet because we're moving on to a Papanta, and again Mami Efia is going to teach us how they do a Papanta the Elmina way. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I've already prepared my palm fruit.
Okay, so we have the soup mixture already.
Soup mixture
All right,
already.
let's see that. What's in here? What's in here? We have
we have the mixture of the fruit.
Okay, the palm juice.
Yes.
Which you get from this.
From this.
Yeah,
yes.
after we
You just
pound
have
and
to,
then
you mix it with water.
With water.
Then we have our tomatoes in here. We have our onion, pepper, and
and I see some amane.
Yes.
Herrings, right?
Don't forget the herring.
Okay.
Very nutritious.
Yes, they are. They are nutritious indeed.
Yes.
And of course, here are your crabs.
Yes.
Your steamed crabs.
Steamed crabs, and then the juice.
Okay.
You don't have to pour the juice out.
Okay, the stock out.
Yeah,
okay.
the stock, okay.
All right. Okay. So, but no meat.
No meat.
No meat.
No meat.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let me just put my soup on.
So with a soup mixture, for how long should it be on before you can say it's done?
Just about 45 minutes.
About 45 minutes? Yeah. Okay, all right. Okay. So it's just like you would prepare your palm soup, okay? It's not really different. But this time you're using crabs and herrings, no meat. Can't I add meat when I'm using my papansa?
You can. I can. You can, yes.
Okay.
But in here, because we are fisher folks, we normally use fish.
Right.
Because
the seafood, food from the sea. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So this is This is kotopa, right?
This is in Inke.
In Inke. Okay. How different is this from kotopa?
The kotopa is being passed from the marshy area.
Okay. That's not seafood. Yes. Okay. All right. And when do we put in our herrings?
Now.
Okay. Very healthy.
Yeah.
Very, very healthy, the herrings. Fante for penamo. Because I see you're using a lot of fish and crabs.
Yes.
In the Fante also used a lot of fresh fish. Fante for penam. When you knew me one day.
Energy was the aquapo. There, I'm not watching. Oh yes.
Onyezio. Yes, it's true.
Oh, they win ya. And who wasn't? It was a number. Do you know what they do? Was a number where you papa no woman. They cook it and
eat it themselves, and then come and sell the sankwas.
Yes. Oh yes. My Onga.
All right.
I'm taking some of the soup.
The soup, okay. Because it's too much in the saucepan? Or what's the reason?
No. I will add my beans.
Okay. Your boiled beans.
Boiled beans soup. Let it. I will take off the pepper and the tomatoes.
So we can grind. I'm surprised we are not frying anything here.
People are avoiding oil.
Too much oil.
Yes, so
it's unhealthy.
No.
You take them out when they're soft enough.
Yes.
For grinding. If you're home, for blending.
You can still grind.
Well, what can we say? We are not using blenders here. We are in front of the Elmina Castle. So it's Ayowa. Apotoyowa.
Here is aanka.
Aanka. That's how they call it here. After grinding,
I'm
going
to
strain.
No. Everything must go.
Everything goes back in, the roughage and all.
Everything.
And that's why it's even healthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't have to throw anything out.
Okay.
Yeah. Roasted corn flour. Yeah, we're done with that.
We're done with our tomatoes and
grinding
and pepper. Okay, so if you just joined us, this is the Onga food tour. And Mami Efia here is an inhabitant of Elmina. She's teaching us how they do apapanta, how they prepare apapanta, the Elmina way. So I noticed that people in Elmina and Cape Coast speak Fante, so you're Fante, right? But is there a difference in the language? Is it different from how it's spoken in Elmina and in Cape Coast? Yes. Is there a difference?
Yes.
Oh, there is?
The Cape Coast, they say mercy, mele.
Mele?
Yeah.
Mele. Okay. Because Kwakesi says something like, "If you for where you are, well, mapel." That's Fante. So that's what. That's Cape Coast Fante. Okay, but you say missing. You see, so you say what's a mapel? Okay. If you for where you are, well, mapel. All right. So at what time will our corn powder come in? This is our roasted corn powder.
Yes.
Okay. It's dark because it's corn that was roasted and then sent to the mill.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was milled to a smooth powder.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just corn in here. No
corn.
millet, nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
Just corn.
Just corn. But I can choose to add some millet if I want because it's nutritious.
Anyway,
yeah, I can.
But it will not taste like the real
apapanta. Okay, I understand.
So I would like to take.
So you're bringing out your crabs.
Yes, but I'll leave some in.
Okay. Okay, you take out some of the crabs.
Yeah.
For the wapenamu. See all the crabs you are using in this small pot of soup.
Some fish. Okay.
Okay. So okay, now this is the job.
Add the roasted corn flour.
Okay, what time will we add the beans?
The beans I'll add it to this and then put it on
you
fire.
add it to the soup that you fetched separately.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay.
So I'll put in my roasted corn flour.
Okay. And you have your, do you call it benkuta or what do you call it?
Yes.
You call it benkuta here. Okay. And it shouldn't be lumpy, eh?
No.
No. So I must use my common sense to gauge how much roasted corn flour I'm using in the soup, so that it's not too soft or too hard. So you have to use your common sense at this point. Okay, so is this thick enough? Or are we going to add more?
I'll also add.
Okay.
Little.
So is this also an everyday meal here?
It's not.
It's not. It's festive.
It's not festive anyway, but it's like when the husbands comes from the sea. And like Tuesdays they don't go
fishing, yeah.
So if they are resting, then they prepare this kind of food.
Okay. And what's the reason they don't go fishing on Tuesdays anyway?
Tuesdays are Lent.
They're supposed to be sacred, eh?
It's not. It's a sacred.
Okay,
yeah.
sacred day.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what I learned in school, and I didn't believe that, it was a sacred day for the sea god. And so nobody goes fishing on Tuesdays, otherwise you drown or I don't believe that, but
it was even on Tuesdays and Sundays, but
and Sundays, and then they took
out.
Okay,
yeah.
so the God said they can take Sunday out and then just leave Tuesday for him. Incredible. Can I taste? I'm sure it will taste good, but let me taste anyway. Okay. Me and my healthy appetite, I can't help it. Okay, I think it's even ready. Yeah. I mean, otherwise, how long should it be on fire? It's ready.
It's ready.
Yeah, it seriously tastes good. I mean it. Let me just take again.
Okay, we are done with the upper prime fan. We'll take it out and put.
So we're putting our palm soup, the rest of the palm soup.
Yes.
Okay, so what Mami Efia did was that she fetched some of the palm soup, even though it was ready, she fetched some in a separate saucepan. Okay, and that's what we have on fire now. It still has some carbs in there.
Some carbs
okay.
in there. And then
you said we're going to add, this is what we add our beans.
Beans, yes. So good. Let me just.
All right, so we have our beans in the palm soup now. Why do we use beans in the palm soup, in the separate?
No, when you add it to the apapansa, it tastes very good.
Okay.
And beans is very nutritious.
So why don't you just add it to the apapansa you prepared? Why do you?
You can. Mix
okay,
it,
but this is the Elmina way. Okay. I won't argue.
I can still mix it and same time have this separate.
Okay.
And add it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we leave to boil for about
maybe 10, 15 minutes.
10, 15 minutes and we're done. But the beans is already soft. Yeah. Because it's boiled. All right.
The soup needs to be thickened.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Right. And the beans will do that. Yeah. Will thicken the soup. All right. Okay. So here goes our papansa. And then the beans in the palm soup on fire is just about done. Okay, so Mami Efia here has been teaching us in Elmina, the Elmina way of doing the papansa, and it's just about done. We'll be back so we can taste. That's the part I love most. Yeah. This is the Onga Food Tour and it's brought to you by Onga, Mama's Helping Hand. It has been a helping hand in the kitchen indeed, because our papansa tastes great. What we did the first time, the Elmina Fante Fante, which is Apple Fante, also tastes great. Well, I say so myself. But we'll be back after the break so we can have some people come sample and proof that it does taste good. Okay, so welcome back. Here we have our meals prepared and ready. So that's our papansa, that's the apple fanto, what we did the first time. That's the Elmina style of Fante Fante. The gari ready. And so we have ladies who are here to join us. They're here to taste. And just so you know, this is all real and not planned. We just called them from the Elmina Castle. I told you we're in front of the Elmina Castle and their receptionists at the castle. So that's Salome, that's Matilda, and that's Martha, and of course that's our chef, Mami Ifya. And then, yeah, one of her girls behind me. So you're ready to taste, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right, so which do you want me to serve first?
Apple Fante.
Apple Fante. All right, so I break a bit of the... So our gari has hardened a bit, but that's how the fishermen take it. Yeah, so there you go. A bit of our Apple Fante. I know, say Fante for the weapon pa. Intin an chawa kebe kanwa. Auntie Salome. And Auntie Martha.
Thank you.
Here you go. All right. So let's see how this goes. Keep your fingers crossed. It does. In all honesty, you're being truthful.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You don't know Barbara from anywhere?
No.
Okay. All right.
I'm enjoying it.
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to serve my apapansa. Ncha wana you ready? Pacho pe cotton na. Pacho me sure ne ambeshi ngu nti de ma me. Auntie Matilda, how hard you? Okay. Epe mo iwa. Auntie Matilda, TV keke when you real you miss it. Why? In your lunch. But I can add some of the beans if you want. Okay, yeah, okay with this. All right, so let's see. Yes, of course. Hey. So I'm sure she says.
Yeah, it's so good, you know.
Okay.
Especially when the momone is inside.
When the momone is inside. This one there, we didn't add our momone.
But I can hear some momone.
You can smell something.
Yeah. Momone is talking inside.
It's so this is the Onga food tour. It's brought to you by Onga. And you know Onga is Mama's helping hand. I'm sure you all use Onga in your homes. Okay, so if this thing tastes so good, then remember that Onga had a great part to play. All right, so my guests have confirmed that indeed Onga adds taste and aroma to your meals. We've just prepared the Fante, the Elmina style of Fante Fante, Apple Fante, and then the Apple Pansa, and it tastes great. And so that's it. We are wrapping up. We end our stay here in Elmina. It's been fun. It's been great. Now we can explore the castle and all the dungeons in there. We'll be back same time next week. You never know. We might be in your hometown. See you next week. This is brought to you by Onga. Mama's helping hand. Ilele.
Iriribo, 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 iriribo.